Thinking about buying a home or investing in real estate? You might want to act fast because these 10 US cities are about to see house prices soar in 2025. Let's dive in and find out the top 10 cities where house prices will skyrocket. Number 10, Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis might not always make national housing headlines, but that's exactly why it's a hidden gem for savvy buyers and investors. Realtor.com estimates home prices will climb by 10.5%, with sales growth hitting 8.3% in 2025. So, what's fueling Memphis's rise? First, the logistics and shipping sector. FedEx, headquartered here, anchors one of the most critical freight hubs in the country. Amazon and Nike also operate major distribution centers in the area. That creates steady, middle-class jobs, which drive sustained housing demand in surrounding neighborhoods. Second, Memphis's affordability is rapidly disappearing. Neighborhoods that were once overlooked, like Binghamton, Cooper Young, and the Medical District, are now attracting a wave of first-time homebuyers and investors. In particular, out-of-state investors are scooping up properties at scale, turning rentals into high-yield investments. The city is also pouring money into downtown revitalization, with plans for mixed-use developments, entertainment venues, and walkable public spaces. When you combine economic opportunity with lifestyle improvements and a housing shortage, it's no surprise Memphis is on a fast upward trajectory. Number 9, Deltona-Daytona Beach, Florida. With home prices forecasted to rise by 11.5% and sales volume growing by 7.2%, the Deltona-Daytona Beach metro area is one of Florida's most underestimated real estate plays. Located between Orlando and the Atlantic coast, this region offers the best of both worlds: proximity to major job hubs without the inflated prices. Deltona and DeLand are especially popular with commuters who work in Orlando but want more affordable housing and a suburban feel. Meanwhile, Daytona Beach is experiencing a renaissance. Known historically for NASCAR and spring break crowds, the area is now courting remote workers, tech professionals, and young retirees through new housing developments, co-working spaces, and waterfront condos. Key infrastructure upgrades, like the widening of Interstate 4 and rail connections, are improving commute times and access. And while coastal areas face insurance challenges, property here still remains significantly cheaper than Florida's larger metros, making it a hot target for investors and relocators alike. Number 8, Tampa, Florida. Tampa has evolved from a retirement haven into one of the fastest growing metro areas in the Southeast. With an expected rise of 11.8% in home values and a projected 9.1% growth in sales, it's clear the housing boom is far from over. Why the surge? First, jobs. Tampa's diversified economy includes booming finance, tech, healthcare, and military sectors. Major employers like Raymond James, Moffitt Cancer Center, and MacDill Air Force Base keep the job market strong and stable. Second, in-migration. People from high-cost states like New York, Illinois, and California continue to relocate to Tampa for its no state income tax, sunny weather, and relatively affordable housing. Popular suburbs like Brandon, Wesley Chapel, and Riverview are seeing explosive demand and new construction, but not nearly enough to meet interest. Add in Tampa's lifestyle appeal, from its proximity to world-class beaches and nature preserves to pro sports, craft breweries, and the arts. And you have a market where people want to live long-term. With limited land and soaring demand, prices are climbing, and 2025 could be a tipping point. Number 7, Ogden, Utah. Ogden, once a historic railroad junction, is now rapidly transforming into one of Utah's most promising real estate markets. Realtor.com projects home prices to rise by 11.8% in 2025, while sales are expected to grow by 2.2%. Those numbers may not sound flashy at first glance, but dig a little deeper and the growth story becomes clear. Ogden is part of the booming Wasatch Front, benefiting directly from Salt Lake City's economic spillover. As housing costs in Salt Lake and Provo continue to climb, buyers are looking north, and Ogden offers more space, better value, and a growing sense of community. The city has invested heavily in downtown redevelopment, with walkable streets, trendy cafes, and tech-friendly co-working hubs reshaping its once industrial image. Its proximity to Snow Basin, Powder Mountains, and dozens of hiking trails makes it a major draw for outdoor enthusiasts and remote workers who want more than just a home. They want a lifestyle, with local universities feeding a steady talent pipeline, a safety index above national averages, and a median home price well below Salt Lake City's. Ogden is quietly setting the stage for long-term, sustainable growth. Number 6. Orlando, Florida. Orlando may be synonymous with Disney and Universal, but today, it's one of the most economically dynamic cities in the Southeast. Realtor.com expects home prices to rise by 12.1% in 2025, with sales climbing by 15.2%, among the highest increases on the list. So why is Orlando booming beyond the theme parks? The answer lies in its economic diversity. While tourism still drives much of the local economy, industries like biotech, aerospace, simulation tech, and logistics are rapidly expanding. The Lake Nona Medical City and UCF's research corridors are attracting educated young professionals from across the country. Then there's the housing market itself. With an average home price significantly lower than other major Florida metros like Miami or Naples, Orlando still feels gettables and transit links, drawing in families and commuters alike. Toss in no state income tax, a booming rental market, mild winters, and a thriving arts and food scene. And it's no wonder Orlando continues to be one of the most compelling housing markets for the next generation. Number 5. Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas is shedding its old image as a transient, tourism-only town. Today, it's one of the most sought-after housing markets in the Southwest. And according to Realtor.com, home prices are expected to rise by 12.3%, with sales growing by 5.5% in 2025. What's fueling the Vegas surge? For starters, it's a refuge for Californians, many of whom are leaving high-tax, high-cost areas like the Bay Area and Los Angeles. These transplants often arrive with big budgets, buying larger homes in neighborhoods like Summerlin, Henderson, and Green Valley, where you'll find good schools, parks, and modern amenities. Meanwhile, Las Vegas is diversifying fast. Companies like Google, Amazon, and Tesla are establishing footprints in the region thanks to its strategic logistics location, affordable land, and friendly business climate. That's bringing jobs, infrastructure, and high-income residents, all of which push housing demand higher. There's also a limited supply of buildable land around the valley, especially with zoning restrictions and mountainous terrain. This scarcity, combined with a growing local population, means that demand will likely continue to outpace supply. And when that happens, prices almost always rise. Number 4. Boise City, Idaho. Boise has become a poster child for post-pandemic relocation, and the trend is far from over. Realtor.com projects home prices in Boise to climb by 12.3%, with sales growing by 2% in the coming year. Boise's magic lies in its balance. It offers the serenity of a mountain town with the opportunity of a mid-sized metro. Nestled in the Treasure Valley, it's attracting remote workers, outdoor lovers, and West Coast expats looking for clean air, lower costs, and a stronger sense of community. Over the last decade, Boise's tech scene has steadily grown, with startups and remote-first firms bringing high-paying jobs into the region. Despite that, the city remains relatively affordable, especially compared to its feeder markets like Portland, Seattle, and San Francisco. But the secret is out, and inventory isn't keeping up. The surrounding mountains and farmland limit outward expansion, which means housing is naturally constrained. That's why even modest demand shifts can have outsized impacts on pricing. Boise also benefits from top-rated schools, low crime rates, and a booming arts scene, making it ideal for families and young professionals alike. And while prices are already up from pre-pandemic levels, they're set to keep climbing as the city's reputation and its economy continues to grow. Number 3. Tucson, Arizona. Tucson is no longer just Phoenix's quieter cousin. It's emerging as a real estate hotspot in its own right. Realtor.com forecasts a 12.4% increase in home prices in 2025, accompanied by a 12.5% rise in sales, a strong signal of growing demand and market confidence. So what's driving the boom? Tucson is attracting a mix of young professionals, retirees, and remote workers, thanks to its exceptional affordability and high quality of life. The city boasts a vibrant arts and culture scene, desert mountain landscapes, and year-round sunshine, all at a fraction of Phoenix's cost. It's also home to the University of Arizona, one of the state's largest employers, which fuels both economic stability and a steady flow of renters and buyers. Neighborhoods like Sam Hughes, Menlo Park, and Catalina Foothills are seeing rapid growth, thanks to new housing developments and improved public services. Add in a cost of living index below the national average, improving air quality, and a moderate safety score that's rising with community investment, and Tucson becomes a natural magnet for people priced out of larger metro areas. All signs point to continued appreciation as population growth collides with still manageable home prices. Number 2. Colorado Springs, Colorado. Often overshadowed by Denver, Colorado Springs is stepping into the spotlight. Realtor.com projects home prices here to rise by 12.7%, with a staggering 27.1% increase in home sales, the highest on the list. That kind of demand doesn't come out of nowhere. Colorado Springs offers a rare blend of affordability, livability, and economic dynamism. While housing prices are significantly lower than Denver's, you still get access to the same mountain views, outdoor lifestyle, and proximity to major employers like Lockheed Martin, the U.S. Air Force, and tech companies expanding into the region. It's also become a magnet for millennials starting families, thanks to its strong school districts, low crime rates, and expanding suburban developments in areas like Briargate, Falcon, and Fountain. More jobs are being added in healthcare, education, and defense tech, creating a stable economic base. The city's limited housing inventory and influx of buyers looking for a Denver alternative means the real estate market is heating up fast. With sustained job creation, a healthy rental market, and ongoing infrastructure projects, Colorado Springs is not just an affordable alternative, it's a powerhouse on its own. Subscribe for more real estate insights and housing trends. And whether you're investing or relocating, may your next move be your best one.